What's going on, everyone? Today, I want to talk about the top renovation mistakes that you can make that will cost you more money and not get the return on your investment. If this is your first time watching my videos, my name is Elisa and I'm a house flipper in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've been flipping houses for almost 4 years now and I've done over 24 home remodels. When I was starting out in house flipping, I didn't have much experience in home remodeling, and I definitely made a lot of these mistakes myself. Since a lot of people are asking me for home remodeling advice, I want to put this list together and share my experience and mistakes with you so you can avoid making such mistakes yourself. When you are remodeling a home, your top priority should be improving the aesthetic and the comfort level of the home. But at the same time, you also want to make sure that you are getting the return on the money you are putting in the renovation. So later on, when you decide to resell the home, the value increased from the renovation will greatly exceed the money that you put in the renovation. The top renovation mistakes that I'm going to share with you here are the ones that are going to cause you trouble during the renovation and also prevent you from getting the return on your money. On my flip projects, as a rule of thumb, when I spend $1 on the remodel, I try to add $2 on the value of the home. So if you are looking to achieve this kind of return on your renovation, continue watching this video so you know what mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, not spending money on kitchen and bathroom remodel. You may have heard of this already. Kitchen and bathroom sell houses. But why? Because kitchen and bathrooms have the most features in the home and there's only so much you can do in a bedroom. But the money you spend on a kitchen and bathroom remodel can really make a difference and improve the quality of your life. Kitchen and bathrooms also take the most amount of work and cost the most amount of money to renovate. So many homeowners try not to touch them when they don't have enough money. So instead, the homeowner may decide to upgrade a water heater that still works to a tankless water heater, or even repipe the whole house with copper. These are good upgrades, but they are kind of nice to have, but they don't increase the value of the home as much as a kitchen and bathroom remodel. When the buyers are looking for a home, they tend to be drawn to the kitchen and bathrooms immediately because all the upgrades there are visible to them. But with the tankless water heater and repiping, they don't really see the benefits immediately. Kitchen and bathroom remodels can be expensive. In the Bay Area, I usually spend $25,000 to $30,000 on a full-on kitchen remodel and $10,000 or so on a bathroom remodel. In other parts of the country, the cost might be a lot cheaper because of lower labor cost and lower material costs. But a kitchen and bathroom remodel is never truly cheap. But it doesn't mean that you have to have a $30,000 budget in order to tackle a kitchen remodel. Sometimes, even if you just have a few $1,000s, you can still make a big difference. Depending on the age of your existing kitchen, if your cabinets are from 50 years ago, they might be hard to salvage. But if your cabinets are 20 years old, there's a good chance that you can sand them and give them a fresh coat of paint. Once you paint the kitchen cabinets, you also want to replace the hardware so that you can give the whole kitchen a complete, updated look. If you have a little more money to spend than just painting the cabinets, I recommend replacing the countertops because a lot of older homes have tiled countertops or darker granite countertops that make the kitchen look very dated. If you have even more money to spend, I would recommend getting stainless steel appliances to replace the black or white appliances. In this before and after video, I give a good example on how we used limited budget to transform a home, and we painted the kitchen cabinets, replaced the countertops and the appliances, and it made a huge difference. Same goes with the bathroom remodel. If you don't have enough money to replace everything, I would recommend painting the vanity and reglazing the shower tiles and the tub to freshen it up, just like we did here. The bottom line is, if you have a big budget to do a full-on remodel in the whole house, you want to spend close to 50% of your total budget on kitchen and bathroom remodel. But if you have only limited budget, you still want to prioritize your kitchen and bathrooms, and you can use some simple tricks and some cost-saving techniques to still achieve great results. Before we move on to the next mistake, really quick, smash the like button below so you will see more content like this. The second mistake is hiring the cheapest contractor. It may sound counterintuitive because why would you want to hire a contractor that's more expensive? But the truth is, contractor cost consists of two parts, the labor cost and the material cost. In a certain area, the material cost should be the same and the labor cost should be very similar as well. If a contractor's bid is much lower than other contractors, chances are that he's using unskilled, cheaper labor, or he's trying to use a lower bid to draw you in and he would want to charge you more later on. If he's using cheaper and unskilled labor, the quality of his work is going to be questionable. If he's giving you a lower bid at first and trying to gouge the price later on, then you'll be in big trouble. This is what happened to my first flip. I had a very small budget and a few contractors that I talked to told me that they couldn't do the work within the budget. But then this contractor showed up and he was very confident that he could complete everything in my scope of work within the budget, even adding an additional bathroom on top of it. But as the project goes on, he started to tell me that, oh, this and that is not included in the original scope of work, and even the trim work, which cost an additional $8,000. So in the end, when the whole project is said and done, the total cost came out to very similar to the bids that were given to me by other contractors. I was lucky that the total cost didn't go up even higher, but this ever-increasing cost added a lot of stress to my first project. So the right way to select a contractor is to get multiple bids, at least 3 of them, and 5 would be ideal. And then you would want to compare the bids line by line to make sure there's nothing priced too high or too low and everything is included in the scope of work. Then you would want to get rid of the bids that are much higher than the rest or much lower than the rest. Then with the remaining bids that are priced very similar to one another, you would want to pick one based on your impression of the contractor. For more tips and tricks on how to find a great contractor and how to deal with contractors, check out this video. The third mistake is not budgeting for unexpected costs. This is common to someone who's new to construction because if you have a budget in mind, you would want to spend the exact amount of money on this renovation. But this is not how it works, and I learned it the hard way. On my very first project, again, I had $100,000 of budget in mind, and I even told my contractor about it. And he totally took advantage of it. Initially, he told me that everything was within the budget, but then later on, he said many of the items that we agreed upon were not included. Luckily, I had a reserve that I could tap into. Otherwise, I would be in big trouble and not be able to finish the full remodel. But nowadays, even with more experience and a trustworthy contractor, I still run into unexpected costs on my projects all the time. Sometimes when you open up walls, you see things that you don't want to see. Or as the project goes on, you start to notice the less important things that you want to add on to the scope of work. If you are getting a city permit for the remodel, the inspector doesn't just look at the scope of work on the permit. They check everything in the house to make sure it's up to code. One time on a project of mine, the inspector came to inspect the kitchen and bathroom remodel, but he saw the water heater was not installed correctly by the previous owner, and he made me get a permit for that and fix the issue as well. So that cost me additional money. So to prepare for all these unexpected costs, you want to have at least 10% of the total renovation budget as a buffer. The fourth mistake is over-improving. This is very common among homeowners, and even some house flippers make this mistake too. To avoid this mistake, you want to be very well aware of the price point of your home. Homes can usually be divided into three categories: entry-level homes, medium homes, and high-end homes. For example, in the Bay Area, especially in the South Bay, the median home sale price is $1.4 million. So anything that sells at 1.4 or below are considered entry-level homes. And high-end homes are priced at 2.5 million or above. So anything between the entry-level homes and high-end homes are medium homes. If your home is an entry-level home and you use marble countertops and high-end appliances, then most likely you're not going to get the return on your investment. You also want to pay attention to your neighborhood price ceiling. That is defined by the prices of recent sold homes in your area. Let's say your home is currently worth $1 million before the renovation, and in your neighborhood, homes are selling at $1.1 million. So if you put $150,000 in your renovation, you may not be able to sell your home for 1.15 or higher because your neighborhood price ceiling is 1.1. To avoid over-improving your home, you also want to stay away from the features that are not valued by your potential buyers. For example, if you install an electric vehicle charger, but most people in your area don't own electric cars, then it will be a waste of money. Having said all these rules about over-improving your home, if you are renovating your home to live in there for a while without selling it in the near future, then feel free to ignore all these rules because you want to prioritize your own taste and your comfort. Mistake number 5, not using neutral finishings. If you're renovating your home with the resale value in mind, then you would want to use neutral finishings. For example, we just started on the renovation of this Victorian-style home, and the renovation did by the previous owner on the bathroom was very unique. Let's take a quick look. This bathroom is truly one of a kind. It's aquarium themed. You can tell that the previous owner put in a lot of effort on this pebbled countertops, the seashelled mirror, and we have this painted blue sky-like ceiling and colorful mosaic decorated floor tiles with tropical fish. We also have this feature wall that makes you feel like you are using bathroom underwater. It probably took them a lot of effort, but unfortunately this is a very specific taste and we have to gut it all to make the bathroom more neutral. Of course, some people would think this kind of bathroom is cool, but my guess is majority of people wouldn't want to have a bathroom like this. So if you're thinking about reselling your home, then you probably don't want to put in a bathroom like that could turn off potential buyers. But similar to the previous point, if you're not thinking about selling your home anytime soon, then feel free to do a remodel according to your preference. Mistake number 6. Not putting in enough lighting. When I was doing my first remodel ever, I had no idea how important good lighting is. So I didn't install any recessed lights or ceiling lights in the living room, and the home turned out to be so dark at night, and I had to resort to many floor lamps and table lamps. Floor lamps and table lamps take up a lot of space, and they don't give out as much light as ceiling lights. Installing recessed lights is expensive, but I think it's totally worth it and I highly recommend it, especially in the living room and the kitchen. A brighter space can brighten up your mood and make your home feel so much more updated. When you try to resell your home, your potential buyers are also going to find your home more warm and welcoming. The 7th mistake is doing a renovation that doesn't complement the original architectural style of your home. Going back to this new Victorian flip project that we just started, I shared this video of the before of the house on the channel, and I got a lot of feedback from you guys saying that you like that I'm going to preserve the old world charm of this house without doing a complete remodel to make it modern. This is the sentiment that I expected because I know a lot of people who love old homes. They actually love the history behind the homes and they want the features to be preserved and restored rather than modernized. So if you are renovating a Victorian style home and you put all the modern finishings into the home instead of preserving the old features, then you would ruin the historic value of the home and turn away a lot of the buyers who love old homes. So if you have a home that's of a specific architectural style, like the Victorian style or mid-century modern style, then you would want to do the renovation according to the style rather than reinventing the wheel. If you like this video, smash the like button below and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.